nurses. It was men nurses. You know, they got RNs, LPNs, and other kinds of N's, and I'm like, I don't know who's who or what. This dude taking tech, this dude's drawing blood, and this one here's coming in to check this, and someone else is trying to say, your monitor went off, and we seen it was going on with the monitor. I'm like, well, okay, what's up with the monitor? Your oxygen ain't right. Okay, we're going to check this. I was like, wow, there's so many people. But the ones that came in and talked to me and let me know what was going on, man, I mean, they would talk to me about anything and everything. They just conversating. We didn't know each other. You don't have to know somebody to talk to them, to show them love. You don't. You just got to let them know that you care. I don't have to get all up in your business. I'm not trying to be nosy with you. I just want to show you some love. What love is patient. Love is patient. You know, when you start to look at this, there, Elder Frank, you start to see how Galatians, when he writes that letter to Galatians, when Paul writes that letter, especially chapter 5, verses 22 through 23, right along about there, you know what I'm talking about, that fruit of the Spirit. Woohoo, that's where love really comes into play. Love, that's the main fruit, is love. All the rest of them, when you talk about the other 9, that's attributes. Or the other 8, that's attributes. That's like branches into the main one. The main one is love. That's who God is love. That's that Holy Spirit. Love, patient. You've heard it before, being patient. How critical is being patient? Being patient means that we know that when they come through that door, they are going to come through there with all kinds of issues, all kinds of problems, all kinds of hurts, all kinds of pains. They're coming through the door not believing. They don't know if Jesus Christ is real. They don't know nothing about him. But you got to be patient with them. You got to take time with them. If nothing else, you just got to understand where they're at, what they're going through. We've all got a testimony. We can share testimonies with them. We got to take our time in dealing with them. Be patient with them. Let them know that, hey, I'm not in a big hurry. I'm not just trying to hurry up and get you here to make it look good, to say, oh, I helped out this person and that person, which they were doing in Corinth. You know, they was all about that. Oh, yes, I helped him out. I helped that poor person out. I gave them so much money and this, that, and the other. And that's their main concern, was how they looked about it. They weren't into worship. They just wanted to say that they did have worship, that we had an awesome worship. The Spirit was really moving high, and things were just going on, and the praise team and this, that, and the other. You've heard these stories before from this, that, and the other, and you're like, oh, wow, okay, brother, it was an awesome service. What was the message about? Where did the preacher come from? What was being said? Well, I don't know, but the choir, they did sound good. They were singing their hearts out, Brother Rick. You know, they were doing a wonderful job, a magnificent job. But no, we got to show that patience. We got to let them know that I'm going to spend time with you. I'll get to know you better, come to grow with you, go through the pain with you. Let them know that I'm suffering with you, that I'm hurting with you. That's what, because here at the Church of Deliverance, we got to let people know we ain't no better. I ain't better than you. I'm just like you. I've been through these struggles. I've had these pains. I've hurt. And I want you to know that. That's what Paul is letting the church of Corinth know. Come from up out of that. Come from up out of that. Look, this is a major port city. They could impact the whole world, basically, because the whole world came to or had to go through Corinth in order to do business, especially with a big, powerful country like Greece. At the time, that's why Rome was keeping an eye on Greece. You know, Rome had to go capture it, conquer it, because it was a major city. Just like, okay, Chillicothe may not be a major city, but doggone it, Chillicothe got major problems. Chillicothe ain't got the picture perfect, idealistic. You at one time you might have thought that, but I hear all the time up there in Columbus, this, that, and the other. I'm like, dang, Chillicothe tripping like Columbus? Chillicothe doing some things like Columbus? They talking about, the kids out here acting wild and going wild. I'm like, oh, not the children of Chillicothe. Not my little Chillicothe. got nothing but love for Chillicothe. You know, in case y'all don't know it, we love you already. I said it last week. I love being a part of Church of Deliverance. I love expressing that love. I want to be that greeter, you know, because my next point is what love is love is kind. This is where I think this city is probably the best at, is its kindness. You people here in Chillicothe, y'all have shown me many a time some kindness, some good hospitality. You know, thank you, Brother Rick, for inviting me over last week for dinner, you know. This that little simple kindness, this those simple little acts. Even if one thing I got to give y'all credit over Columbus, customer service down here is outstanding. Oh, my God. Compared to Columbus, oh, you know, I can go up to Columbus and go to Wendy's, and the first thing they ask me is, what do you want? Wow, what do I want? I'm at Wendy's. I want a hamburger and some fries. Is that okay? I mean, I didn't mean to make you mad. I mean, I didn't mean to upset you. I just want a hamburger. Down here, oh, my gosh. If I ask for a cheeseburger at McDonald's, they tell me, hey, do you know we got a special going on today? You can get 2 for 1, this, that, and the other. And I'm like, oh, wow. And next thing I know, the burger is coming out hot and fresh. I actually got some fries once, and I was like, is it me or is these fries steaming? See, in Columbus, they be sitting up underneath that heat lamp, and they try to pass that off as some fresh fries, and you'd be like, these fries is about a day old, man. These is the bottom of the fries. And they going to tell you, and look, they just throw them at you. You're like, oh, gee whiz. But love is kind. It's considerate. It's thinking of others. That's what I think about. I got a little niece named Zoe, and she is always thinking about somebody else. She's 8 years old, and she has touched me in such a way. Oh, it's beautiful because she'll send me a text for no reason at all saying, I miss you. I love you. I'm thinking about you. I wish I could see you. And I'm like, oh, that touches me. Zoe, oh, thank you. It's just being kind. It's just little things like that. Just show that kindness. Just to let people know that you're welcome. That, hey, that's why we try to encourage our visitors. Any visitors we have here today, I hope you took your phone and you scanned the visitor's card out there in the vestibule in the, what do you call it, the welcome center. There's a card on the table. Hit that with your cell phone, scan it, and it gives you all your, you can get our card and you can give information so that we can keep in contact with you. We want to keep in contact with you. That's something that we need to do here more at the church. We want to keep in contact with you. We want to be able to email you, send you little messages, let you know what's going on, keep people abreast. Make people feel welcome. Make them feel that love. Make them feel like, hey, this is the place that I got to keep in mind. Because they kept in contact with me. They're talking to me. They're showing me some kindness. You know how else you show kindness? By just keeping the church clean. Keeping the church clean. Keeping the sanctuary smelling good. And out there in the welcome center, just the cleanliness. That shows that you care. That you want your guests to be at home. Because when you have guests come over to you, I've heard the pastor say this to you before. When you have guests come over to your house, the first thing you do is what? Clean up. I got to straighten up, unless you just like being nasty. You just want people to see you being nasty and you don't care. I could care less about you. You just go ahead and, sit down anywhere. And that speaks volumes. Like I said, that spoke like when you go to a hotel, what are they about? They keep it clean. They want because they want you to come back in. The 5-star hotels now, we got the little roach motels. The little ones that just, and do you want to stay there? You're like, oh, they got a bad rep. I'm not going there. I don't want to stay there. You don't want to do that. You want to go somewhere where you start to feel that treatment like there's royalty. Like I'm somebody. I'm someone special. Here at the Church of Deliverance, I'm someone special. The pastor, he's stressing to his people to show people love, to help them, to make them free, to bring them to the altar. That's what it's all about, getting them to the altar. Let them come to the altar. And I want anybody here who's a guest know that the altar is always open here at the church. It's always open. At the end, we ask for those that are wanting prayer to come to the altar because we want to help you. We're concerned with you. You know, we want you to know, to feel that love, to be welcomed here. Welcome here at the Church of Deliverance, because y'all know what I'm going to say. Y'all know what I'm going to say. We love you already. We love you already. Yes. And we're going to show you that love. We're going to let you know. We're going to be truthful. That's the third point on what love is. Love is truthful. Sometimes you may have to say some things to someone that may hurt them. That may be for their own good. To let them know, yeah, I love you, brother, and I want to help you, but that way you live in the lifestyle that the things that you're doing are not good. It's not right. I want you to know that we're here to help you. And honestly, you need to be here. You're supposed to be here because we want to help you. We're going to tell you the truth. We're going to tell you just how it is. You can ask us a question, and we're going to be as transparent with them as much as we can. We're going to let them know, I've been through what you're going through. I know exactly. That's how I can talk to you. You don't have to have a doctorate degree to talk to someone. You just need to give them your experience. Just let them know that you love them. Express that love. I'm here for your pain. I know you're hurting. Here's some love. Here's some love. Just be truthful with people. That's what they're looking for. They ain't looking for you to be, like I said, be fake. Be fake with it. Like they were in Corinth. They weren't love. They was all about being able to say that, I can speak in tongues. I can do this. I can quote the New Testament and the Old Testament. I can tell you what the Greek and the Hebrew mean. And I've been to this school, and I went to that school, and we did this and that, and this is what I know, and this is how it's done. And oh, come on. Sometimes people ain't trying to hear all that. They just trying to hear the truth. They want to be told the truth. They want you to be honest with them. That's how they get healed. That's how they get made whole. Because, what love is not, love is not boastful. It is not boastful. It's not going around being braggadocious, being arrogant. Just downright, I'm better than you. I'm up here, Brother Nehemiah, you down there, you and Brother David, y'all back there, y'all down there, I'm Elder Lee. Huh? How's that going to look? I'm Elder Lee. I got it going on, bruh. I've been here 16 years. You need to be more like me. Braggadocious. This is what I done did. I done been here, done that, know all about this. You know what I'm talking about, Aunt Dorothy? Being all braggadocious, being all boastful, being all cocky. That's what they was doing in Corinth. They was full of themselves. Because it's about that look, that image. Love is not injustice. Ooh. You will not stand or see a person falsely accused. You're not going to lie on people. You're not going to talk bad about them. You are going to let them know that here, like I said, it's truthful. It's all about justice. You're going to get a fair shake. We are going to look at you not based upon your past, but based upon your future, of where you're headed, who you are. You are a child. We got to let them know that they are a child of God. All they have to do is believe. All they have to do is give their life to Christ. Salvation, that's what he came for. We got to show we got to be truthful in that aspect. This is what Jesus came for. He came to save the world, not to condemn the world. He's here so that you can receive salvation, so that you can get back to the Father. All you have to do is repent of your sins. It's not that hard. It's not that difficult. Because love is not rude. That's my last point here. Love is not rude. And being rude is inconsiderate. That's where you don't want to bully nobody, Brother Noah. That's not showing love. It's bullying on people, picking on a lesser individual, kicking someone when they're down, when they know they're hurting. That's why they come to this door. I'm not going to bring up their past and say, oh, didn't I see you saying or doing this, that, and the other? You were a bad person, or I heard this about you. You can't do that. You can't. That's being bullied and being, like I said, just being obnoxious. Just getting on people's nerves. Just being annoying. That's what we're not about here. Here at the Church of Deliverance is all about the love. I want y'all to know that there's more love here than anywhere. This is the house of God. This is where love begins. This is it. If your healing doesn't start here, then it's going to be hard to start somewhere else. But it's got to start in the house of God, with God's people. Church of Deliverance. We love you already. That's what we're saying. We love you already. No matter what the circumstance, no matter what the situation is, we love you already. We're not going to be like that Corinthian church. We're not going to make a mockery of worship. We want to have good praise and worship. We want you to get involved in our worship. We want you to be a part of our worship. We want you to know that you are just as welcome here as if you were at home. It should be like this. We want you to feel welcome just like you've been a member here for 25 years. And the church has been around 22. But we want you to feel like you've been a member here, and we want you to feel satisfied knowing that this is where I want to be. We don't want you to be ostracized. We want them here. Church of Deliverance. Because we love them already. I got to know there's nothing but love. Nothing but love. If I could, I'd go down and just start naming to all of you. Call you out by name, but you see, I want to get to know you better. Right now, I don't know everybody's names, but I want you to know this. I love you already. I do know my brother back there, Stephen. I do know that brother. Oh, man, it's so good to see you, brother. Man, you know what? You done made my day just to see you here, man. I love you, bro. I do. I always that young man, he was coming here years ago, man. Him and his mom, boy. Oh, man. That's a but love for you, bro. Man, come on. Look, I said, you was back here. Oh, it was at the funeral. That was the last, and that was a bad time, but you came back. Bruh, you know that you loved. You know you welcome here anytime. Brother David, you know you love. I've been missing you. I know you ain't been here a couple weeks, but that's all right. You my bruh. I love you, man. And you ladies right there, I'm going to get to know you. I want to know y'all personally. I want y'all to know that, hey, that's Elder Lee. He go to Church of Deliverance. Yeah, I know who he is. I seen him. So good to see my brother Frank. Elder Frank, I got to call him Elder, man. I got to know him last week. Me and him and Rick, we was fellowshipping, and I was like, golly, I didn't know Brother Frank talked this much. That brother, he started telling me his life history. I was like, man. See, we was engaging in that phila, that brotherly love then. Our love. I want to work beside this brother, just like I want to work beside Brother Rick, Brother Noah. Now, see, there's another level. Let me look this one up for my cousin Jenny back there. We call her Jenny Babe. I remember what the pastor said at Jenny Babe. Oh, little Jenny Babe. Boy, she's so quiet. She's one of the sweetest people I know. I love little Jenny Babe. On that there, it's called, let's see, we got, it's storage. That's the type of love in the Greek, storage. It's unconditional family love, love of a relative. You know, that's the easy kind of love to express. See, love, this love thing has many levels, many things that we can look at. You know, I'm just trying to give you the basic of it. I'm laying a foundation so that the pastor, as he goes on with the vision of the church, you begin to see how the vision and this message relates, how it all starts right there at the foundation. Basic, simple love. You know, when you go out to play sports, you don't automatically become the instant starter, do you there, Brother Noah? The first thing I got to teach you is what? How to dribble, don't they? Because if you don't know how to dribble, you ain't going to be able to get the ball up the court. And if the Church of Deliverance don't show love, If we don't know the basics about love, what love is and what love is not, how can we show it? How can we show it? Because we don't know it. Oh, man. Please calm down. I'm getting a little hyped up here. Let me readjust and get myself back on track. It is love. And that's all I want to be about is love. So much love. I don't want to be phony with it. I want Church of Deliverance to be like, you know, I don't want to use the term customer service, but sometimes that helps. That's what it is. It's that love. People got to feel it. People got to walk away saying, I felt it. You know, here lately they've been telling the pastor that. I felt some love there. I felt the love. You know, I'm beginning to, you know, thinking about making this my church home. I want to come back and get a little bit more. You know, I want to hear some more because we got great teaching. We got a wonderful pastor that's going to teach them the word of God. We got great teaching. That's why we got to take care of the man of God. We don't want to lose him. We got to let him know that he's loved too. And then as he's preaching and ministering to the people, then we're going to show him that love. What he's talking about, we're going to implement the things that we learned from him. We're going to implement it and show it to them. Brother over there, I don't know your name, sir, but hey, I seen you when you walked across the street. And I said, wow, I don't recognize this brother, but I'm going to make sure if I don't do nothing else, I want to shake your hand, and I want you to know I am so glad you're here, brother. You know, you are more than welcome here. Anytime you want to come, please. My name is Clarence. You can call me Elder Lee. You can call me Clarence. You can call me, just say, hey, that dude. You can call me what you want. I'll respond to you. I'll talk to you. I'll chit-chat with you because I want you to know we want good people. We want people that show love. And you had that type of, when I seen you walk across the street, I was like, that looks like a dude there, a man. That looks like a real nice guy. That's going to help somebody out. That maybe, you know, you probably have more in you than what you think that you could pour into someone. You're the type of person that I'm talking about here that's interested in showing love. You're not trying to be boastful. You're not trying to be this, that, and the other. You're not trying to be the flash, the glitz, and the glamour. You just want to be a part of something. You want to help out. And that's what we need. People that want to be a part of this, want to help out, want to minister to those that are lost, those that are hurting. So I thank you right now for listening to me, being patient with me. Y'all did do that. Y'all showed me love by being patient with me. Y'all took your time and said, dang, we're going to listen to Elder Lee. Thank you. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your truthfulness. Thank you for loving me. Because here at the Church of Deliverance, so when you're here at the church, it's not just the greeters that can do it. But as soon as people start coming through the door, coming through the sanctuary, let them know, hey, bro, we love you already. Sister, we love you already. We love you already. I don't care. You, that's all you really got to say is here, yeah, Church of Deliverance, we love you already. That's what we're about. It's about showing love, about taking care of one another, about making people whole. That's what the pastor has been preaching to me all along. That's what he's been wanting ever since I've been coming here, is getting people delivered from whatever bondage that has them held, whatever bondage has them locked up. He wants them delivered. And that's why he wants us to go out of our way, go that extra mile, be thinking about some things, what we can do better. You know, if there's some things going on in your mind, you can come to me and say, hey, Elder Lee, this is what I've been thinking about, what we can do at the church to make the church a little bit better. Okay, but don't just come to me saying that this is what we should do or what you should do. Say this is what I would like. If you can, listen to me and hear me out. I've been thinking about some things. I got some things, and we're going to do this in order, you know, in an orderly fashion, because you may come up with some great ideas that I haven't thought about. I'm going to need you. I'm going to need good people that all they want to do is show love. That's all they want to do is show love. How they can help out in any kind of way. You know, like I say, I can remember just showing love we used to do, years ago, we used to do spring cleaning here at the church. Right around Easter time, right around this time of the year, we get together and clean up the church so that when people come walking through, they can smell it. Because nothing turn you off than a bad smell. As soon as you hit the door, like, ooh, a bad smell. But just things like that. Say, I won't be able to come and help you clean, but I can drop off some Pine Sol. I can drop off some Scuzz rags or, some Windex if you need it to help out. Anything you can give as charity. Anything that can be helpful to help someone else out. Man, y'all make me feel good too. I am feeling it because y'all are so attentive. See, that's what I say. I love that courtesy. Sometimes that's all people want. Is when they express themselves, they cry out, they talk, they say things. They just want that. Somebody to listen to them, to hear them out. If nothing, don't be quick to say, okay, or cut them off. Just hear them out. Hear what they have to say. That shows more love than anything else. I'm listening to you. I'm taking into mind what you just said to me. Because I may not be able to give you all the answers, but I can get you in the right direction. I can show you to the right person. We can do it together. So right now, thank you so much for being the Church of Deliverance and for being here in the Church of Deliverance on today. And right now, I got to let you know that the altar is open. Please, for those of you looking for prayer, wanting prayer, who are hurting, who are going through some things, the altar is open. The altar is always open. Anytime. Right now, anyone. I'd love to pray with you. No matter what your issue is, what you may think, I'm here. I'm here. Because Jesus has taught me how to love. Jesus has shown me how to love. Jesus lets me know that it's okay to give a man a hug. It's okay to cry with one another. It's okay because Jesus is love. It's all about the love. It's nothing but love. We love you already. I'm not just saying that just to be saying it. I'm saying it because I love you. Because I care about mankind. I'm worried about the way things are in life. I'm worried about our young people. Every time I hear someone going up into a school, shooting up a school for no reason because they're mad at the world, it hurts. I'm a man, it hurts. I don't want to see little children shot up. I don't want to see women beaten up, raped, molested. I don't want to see none of that. I like to crack a joke. I want to be with people that know how to love. I want to be a part of a congregation that knows how to love. Yeah, awesome worship services is good, But do you love me? Do you care for me? Or are you just like the city of Corinth? You all about that show. You all about that flash. You all about how I can build my brand, how I can grow. How I can start making money off of people, how I can scam somebody. No, love. So please, the altar is open. The altar is open. You may be wrestling with something. You may be going through some things. You may be fighting some pains. And right now I'm going to take the time to dismiss our online congregation. Thank you so much for joining us, for being a part of the service. I hope you got a little something out of today's message. So thank you so much for those of you watching on YouTube and on Facebook. God bless you. May heaven smile upon you and have a great week. For those of you here, the church altar is open. It's open. After we do altar call, we will partake of communion, the Lord's Supper. We're not going to do it like the Corinthians. We're going to do it in a decent order. Because if you really look at 1 Corinthians chapter 11, 22, it breaks it down. Paul tells them how to do the Lord's Supper.